I promise this will make your waist smaller in just 7 to 8 weeks. Anytime I have a client that wants to lose inches off their waist and have that flat stomach, have that etched out abdominal look, or just genuinely needs that for a look on stage for a bodybuilding competition, this is what I would tell them to do. And this is how you can lose a lot of inches off of your waist in like 7 weeks at like the most. Like honestly, you could do this in a month and you're gonna see some difference, but the longer you stick with it, the more results you're gonna see. Okay, and that is doing abdominal vacuums. Now, I can show this picture of myself because every time I've gotten out of shape, which happens, it's life, the thing that gets my waist small the quickest is vacuums. Now, I definitely am a big advocate for doing weighted ab exercises if you want to build your abs. It helps way more than people realize, and most people don't do it enough. But the thing you have to do if you really want to get that V taper and get a nice etched out look for your abs is vacuums. And I'll show you the muscles that's specifically working and how to do it, okay? Now, for this to work, you're gonna, if you Google this after this video, you're gonna see a lot of people saying to do it once or twice a week, every other day. You need to do this every day, multiple times a day, because your body can handle it for sure. So do it multiple times a day, okay? So you can Google abdominal vacuum to see some pictures of what we're looking for. But here's like a quick little video on bodybuilding.com. I don't think this is actually a perfect way of doing it, but this is just gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Now there's multiple ways to stand. You can stand on a, against a counter, or like if you're in your bathroom, that's a good way for me to explain this, is to lean your hands and elbows on your sink, right? So you're sort of like in a hunchback position. Now you're gonna breathe out all the air you can possibly breathe out, and you're gonna suck your stomach in, pushing your belly button to your spine as hard as you possibly can, and you're gonna hold it. You don't necessarily need to squeeze your muscles, especially when you first start this, but you're gonna hold it as long as you can. Shoot for 20 to 30 seconds. 30 seconds should be sort of the goal. You should be able to hold your breath for 30 seconds. Now, if you need to take some breaths in between, some quick, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But you need to hold it and then essentially release. Here's the Today Show talking about it, and the abdominal muscles that it works, the transverse abdominal. Again, release as much air as you can. Suck in your abdominals, belly button to your spine, hold it 30 seconds, release. Catch your breath, do it again. Do that 5 times. Do it in the morning. You can do it while you're in the shower if you want, okay? You can do it while you're brushing your teeth. 5 times. Do it in the morning. Do it again at the gym or before you go to bed. The one in the morning is always going to be great because you could, the less food volume is in your stomach, the more you're going to be able to actually suck that in. So same thing for the gym. Your pre-workout meal should sort of be digested by then. You just don't want to eat a big meal and then try to do it, okay? Now, what is it actually working? It's working the transverse abdominis. So it's located under your obliques, and it's the deepest part of your abdominals. And you can see in this is the best picture I could find to show you where it's at, because there's layers, right? It's multiple layers back. Like if you were to look at you from the side, it would be the muscles behind your abs, okay? So it's in there. So the way you want to think about it is it's pulling your stomach in. It's like, you see guys with like what you call like a beer belly and stuff like that, and they don't have a lot of fat. It's because this muscle is essentially relaxed to the point from all that food and stuff pushing against it. They never work it because their stomach is always out. So if you work it, it's going to pull your stomach in. Now, this is another image if you can see it. So it essentially wraps it's basically if you put on a belly wrap. So this muscle wraps on the inside around to your spine. It keeps everything nice and tight. It wraps around your obliques. So when you do this, the first thing that's going to be on fire is not this stomach abdominal area. It's going to be your obliques that are on fire. Your obliques should really hurt when you do this the first few times. That's going to tell you whether or not you're doing it right. Okay, so once you do this, you start working it up over time, the weeks go by, it's going to start tightening up, it's going to get stronger, and it's going to suck that stomach in to the point to where when you start doing these vacuums even more, it's almost as if you were reconstructing how your abs are, almost. So it's going to be tighter. The more you do this, the more results you're going to see. And I promise, I'll probably you can do this in 7 weeks in the title of the video, something like that. You absolutely can make a huge difference in 7 weeks. If you got like your beach trip coming up and you want to look good for the beach or something, and it's 4 weeks, 8 weeks away, start right now, and I promise you'll see some results. Better yet, measure your waist now, and then 8 weeks from now, after you do what I tell you to do, you come back and tell me how many inches you've lost off your waist. I promise you it's going to work.